All right, I'm finally live. Okay, I'm live again. So, what happened? A lot of incredible things happened. First of all, I launched a community, and I'm so hyped about this. Like, I had my fair share of failing communities, like something that I I'm super afraid to do. I will just honestly admit it. I'm super afraid of communities, and I'm still afraid. So, community is what 24 hours maybe old. Um, so we cannot drive any conclusion at this point, right? Um, but I failed so far many communities because when you hear about the business of the communities, what you think about, right? You think, hey, this is uh basically like a chat that generates recurring revenue, the revenue that you actually want to have, right, in the business, and where you are not the main person doing the main job, right? Because the community is all about the people who are in this community. Uh, well, that sounds nice, but in the reality, that's a lot of work. Like people really underestimate what it takes to build a community. And from everything, from every single business that I've done, I've tried, not done, not have done, but tried. Community are the most difficult part. I kind of so I can, for example, you can learn copywriting, right? You can learn coding. You can learn all the other skills. But skills that I had the least, and I still have the least experience with, is everything that has to do with people. For example, organizing people together, bringing together, building a culture. I don't know, like all of these community things, basically. So I'm super scared about those things. But the reason why I'm doing it is because, first of all, this thing should exist, right? We should have a community of people who are passionate about becoming developers. And currently, there is not a single one in the Salesforce ecosystem that, as of my criteria, as of my judgment, I like and I would like to join. So, so here it is. This is the community. This is the community. And we already have here awesome people. I'm so hyped about this. Because I have this one, right? I have this Learn Apex platform. And we have a leaderboard. We have, out of this leaderboard, the first 4 people. The first 4. Imagine that. I probably, and also we have Ashwin, right? Let's see. Maybe I'm gonna, Frank for sure. So maybe I'm gonna invite the remaining what? The remaining 5. Basically 50% of the board is already in the community, which is huge. So I'm super hyped about this thing. So what's the idea behind this community? I already explained it in the video, but basically the idea behind the community is to unite people with a destination of becoming a developer. But not just a developer, not just like, admin loper or whatever the name right now is. I want to unite people around being like a real software engineer. It takes much more than just passing certification, starting the first job. It takes much more than that. Like people think when they get a first job as a developer, oh, I'm done, like I'm settled. No, it was only the first step. It was the first step. It was the same me when I was thinking about how to start a business. I was trying to start a business, and I was like, I just need to learn how to earn enough income to basically just have full-time living out of it. When I did that, I realized, wait a second, it's only a first step. It's I have like it's first step out of 100 steps that you need to do, and I'm now at the step maybe 2 or 3. So from everything I've done at this point, communities are the hardest things. What is the idea behind this community? So what we're gonna have in this community is we're gonna have this Q&A sessions. So I have here, where's the calendar? Yeah, so we're gonna have like weekly Q&A sessions. And at first, they're probably gonna be not that many people in this Q&A session. So I think it's gonna be a good deal for people because you can basically join and have one-on-one mentoring sessions where I charge like $1,000 usually, $1,000 a month for 4 or 5 meetings. You can basically get it like now for what, for $27 a month. Like this is just crazy. This is just crazy. And another thing that I have here is basically I want to have a system, like a really reliable system that can bring a person from not knowing how to code or being an admin, being non-technical, to working as a Salesforce developer. And that has a lot of different steps, right? One of the steps, and this is something that I've been focusing the most recently, is learning how to code. Another step is learning more advanced stuff like integrations here, for example, right? This is or triggers, trigger handlers, queuables, and all of that. So this is like step number 2, right? So there are all different steps, passing PD1 and so on. So this is those are different steps. I do get some help with the community. I get help from Virgil. He is so good. He's my mentor. I really appreciate his help. Yeah, he's specializing in like courses and so on. So for today, what do I want to do today? I want to basically just catch up what's going on, folks. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I want to show you, someone is messaging me. I want to show you. Let's respond to Philip. Hey, Philip. Nice to have you here. What's your biggest challenge with transitioning into dev role? Okay. Comment. Did I subscribe to Philip? Yeah, I did. Nice. Yeah, I think I subscribed to everyone. Frank, yeah. What I actually like about school as a system is that they allow the classroom, which is awesome because this is what you want to have, right? You want to have a course and the community at the same place. So it's really good. They allow a calendar, of course, it's really good. What they also allow, the leaderboard. This is something that I'm gonna probably post tomorrow. The leaderboard is basically, it allows me to see, so you get here points, right? You can see that Fatih is the first one with points. John is the second one, actually. Interesting. Awesome. So you get points all the time for whenever you get a like or someone comments under your post, for those two things. So basically you get points for engagement, which is a really good thing. So for example, Philip here, he got probably 2 points. It takes a little bit of time to actually so that they are displayed in the leaderboard, right? So it takes a little bit of time. Yeah, so he got 2 points because I commented at his post and he got a like. That's 2 points. And the thing about those points is that if you look at the leaderboard, the more points you get, the harder it is to progress to the next one. For example, to progress to level, I think to the level 4, you need 16? How many in total? One like, 1 point, right? Yeah, 155, right? And then 515. So it kind of progresses, jumps a lot. So for example, to go from level 6 to level 7, that's insane, right? So I'm gonna think about some kind of special gifts for people. And what I'm gonna do in this month, I'm gonna do here the leaderboard. The person who ranks first on the leaderboard at the end of the month will be will win. I'm not really sure what to do. What to do as a gift to people who win, because it's a huge. I would say I'm gonna probably do something like one session of mentoring for those people who win here on the leaderboard, because this is. I mean, it's like valued at I charge 150 for 1 hour of consultation. So that's that's what people what people gonna win, right? Something. So I wanna just share. I shared it already the last time, right? Shared the last time my kind of struggles with organizing communities, and the struggle, the struggle. Yeah. So I outlined them here, right? So no culture building, making it free, and all of that. So now I'm approaching completely differently. I'm actually sifting through people. I am not making it super easy to join the community. I invite people who I know because I already had interaction with them. I know that they are just crushing it, but those people that I don't know, I don't really allow to join just out of the box easily. Even if they pay, still, I need kind of get a feeling that the person actually can make it like to a valuable member of the community. And contrary to what other people do on school, so if you go on school, right, you can go to the school games and you can see by the monthly recurring revenue. Where's the leaderboard? Yeah, you can see here April, a lot of people already earning like what, I don't know. Which is interesting because it's not that much to get to top 20 people. It's like it's not insane, right? So I'm not gonna try to optimize for monthly recurring revenue. I'm not gonna try to optimize for money in the first phase. And the first phase, I would say it's around 6 months. So this is at least in my head. I don't know. Maybe my mentor Virgil will at some point say, "Hey Igor, that's not correct," because I'm basically following what he is doing. All right. Um. Yeah. So I'm not gonna optimize for money because the thing that I could go on LinkedIn and I could just share, "Hey, join everyone," and I would get like 50 sales, right? Maybe 100 sales, whatever. Like I don't know. Depends how viral it goes, right? Um, I'm quite sure that I could push it to 100 sales. I'm quite sure about this. But the problem is that there will be no culture. There will be like the biggest part about the community is building a culture, not just throwing people together. That's the thing. So the thing that I will be focusing in the next 6 months will be building a culture of this community. And this is going to be the hardest thing ever I've done in the business because it has something to do with the human psychology, with the way people behave, with um, with with the group dynamics, right? So, and I don't have the skills for that. I have never done those things before. I've done writing, I've done everything, but I didn't do anything group related. But why is it important? Why is it important for me especially? Because I definitely plan on staying in the as an entrepreneur for. Have you tried to launch the course on Udemy? Well, I didn't. I have an idea to launch a course on Udemy by, for example, taking everything that I have in the where's my community? In the classroom and putting it together into a course. Like all of those things, they're gonna be basically courses available for free for people who join the community, right? I thought about making it in a separate in a separate thing. I don't know. The point is, do I really need to do that? Because at the end, I'm building my own business, and I don't know. Udemy doesn't seem for me a super interesting thing, but I don't know. So Philip is writing, honestly, right now, it's a good understanding of the basics, essentially more practice and consistency. Well, Philip, with the consistency, we have you covered. The big gamer, hi. Ooh, interesting. You can. Nice. So basically, we have a thing where a person writes in the beginning of the day what is their task for today. It can be, I mean, perfect if it's code related, uh, but it can be any Salesforce related stuff, or maybe you're just taking a day off, possible. And and then at the end of the day, the person shares the solution, or that the person is done with the task, and that should drive the consistency, right? I actually have covered with both, because basics I do have, and check out the accountability challenge. Okay. And I also do one-on-one calls with everyone who joins. You know what? I'm gonna just write it later. I'm not gonna do it on the stream. I think that would be the best for yeah, I think it would be the best. All right. So we have this. Another interesting thing. Um, we had a discussion on LinkedIn with with Jody, right? Jody, is it the right pronunciation? Yeah, Jody. Okay. So basically, someone on LinkedIn shared that the accidental admin era is over, and it may lasted too long. And I agree so much. Oh my god, I agree so much. People got so used to a luxury where you can get into the Salesforce ecosystem without being a developer, but getting the same salaries as the tech people. This is unseen. This is just unseen. This is just impossible for many years. If you wanted to have a developer salary, you had to become a developer, right? So we had a lot of businesses booming around becoming a Salesforce admin in Salesforce. And by the way, disclaimer: I don't shit on people who are admins. All of my clients are admins or non-technical people, most of them, like 90%. I love them. They're rocking. They're really smart people. It's not about the people. It's about the role itself and the attitude of a Salesforce ecosystem in general. So basically what it's a little bit about people. It's a little bit about the mindset. It's never just the ecosystem, right? Because ecosystem consists out of people. So basically what people had is that you can become a really high, you can get a high paying job without learning how to code. And this is just crazy. It shouldn't be like this. And now when the admin market has crashed, they're like, oh shit, turns out I actually do need to learn coding. And somehow, yeah, come on, welcome guys. It's always been this. It's always been like this. It's nothing new. Salesforce ecosystem just went through huge phase of growth, and then it just went to a normal ecosystem. Finding a job for juniors was always hard. For junior developers, it was also hard, but it was never hard for middle or senior developers, and it's still not hard for middle or senior developers. Like, it's still not. So nothing has changed there too much. It just changed for admins. Because now admins, they need to basically learn how to code. And the reason for that, so there's the whole article that Matt wrote, and I say that developer era is starting. The power of devs being able to perform literally any task on Salesforce. Yes, I might not be expert on sharing flows and security, but I can figure it out. But a skilled admin can figure out code. And this is so true. Like, I suck at flows, for example. I always admit it openly. I suck at flows. I maybe have done like 3 flows in my life. So nothing too crazy. Like 3 like production ready flows, right? I wrote maybe a couple of loops with the flow. So I'm not a flow expert. I really bad at them. But give me enough time and I can figure it out, because at the end it's just visual programming language, nothing more. Everything stays the same. If I get a task where I need to implement something in the flow and I have like 3 days for it, I will be able to do it, like, for sure. Now, give an admin my task to do it in 3 days. They won't be able to do it. So basically how we can see it is that this, wait a second, what's going on there? Okay, John Barry from the community just wrote me, and he's spitting some really good ideas to do projects together on the school. I totally agree. I think we could do some kind of projects together. So yeah, what was happening? What was happening is that those are devs, and Sofu, hi. And those are admin skills. Again, I'm not shitting on admins, right? So there are a lot of smart people and smarter than me as admins. But if you're smart, and especially if you're smarter than me, you should go and become developer. You will earn more. You will earn more. You will have a better life quality. You will have a better balanced life, and you will have more freedom. Like, I don't see a reason why people stay in the admin roles. No, I understand that there's a job security and you already have a job and it takes time to upskill to being the developer, and at first it really sucks. But at the end, I don't believe that the admins that they will stay with us, because developers, they can do everything on the Salesforce platform, and especially everything that admins can do. Me as a developer, I can do everything that an admin can do. But an admin can do my stuff. That's the problem. And it's gonna be slow dying out of admin. I know that people have been talking for it for a very long time, but now we have a cause why admin's gonna slowly disappear. And the cause are LLMs. If we imagine a system like GPT-5, right? People say, oh, admins are useless. No. Totally not. Sofu, totally no. Absolutely disagree. Admins are very useful. Same as developers. And admins, they play a huge role in the business, because you can upskill someone in a relatively short period of time. So you can take a person that has no idea about Salesforce, and in 6 months this person will be able to perform production ready tasks. It's possible. I've seen it happening. So for the business itself, it's insanely good deal, especially because you have to pay less for those people, right? To get a developer, you need at least 1 year, right? If you're starting from scratch, maybe even more. So you need a lot of time. So the point is, admins are really awesome for the business, for the admins themselves, for the ecosystem, for everything. Like this is a good job. But the problem is, what I wanna do, I wanna warn basically people who are working in the non-technical jobs. Guys, go out, like jump out. You can feel it. Like I'm speaking all the time to admins who wanna learn how to code. They know it. Like they feel it. They feel it that the market is collapsing. They feel that that the jobs are slowly disappearing. They feel that that now you have to know CPQ to get a job. Now you have to know how to code. Now the requirements for getting an admin job is going more into the developer direction, because as a business you want to have people who are able to do basically almost everything on the platform. And that's the problem, that admins are limited to what they can do on the platform because they are missing these fundamental coding skills. And this is a big problem. So this is why we need to upskill more and more and more people into being developers. And this is exactly why I have this community. It's because I want to help people escape, until it's not too late, escape non-technical jobs. Because what happens as soon as we have the ChatGPT, GPT-5, let's say we have GPT-6, right? So we have GPT-6. What's gonna happen is, let's take an example. So here's we have our market, right? Those are all the jobs. Now with GPT, I don't know, GPT-6, let's say, maybe even 5, who knows? In general, what do we have? We have, I would say, approximately I would say something like this, right? So we have here devs, then we have architects, different types of architects, but architects. And then we have all the non-technical people, right? Non-technical people, PM, business analyst, right? Project manager, business analyst, consultant, admin, and so on, right? So there are a lot of jobs here in the non-technical realm. And I would say this is quite fair, right? The most people are non-technical, right? Now what's gonna happen, that devs now, they have a lot of stuff to do. They don't have time to do all the other stuff, right? They don't have time for the things that BA are doing, right? But what's gonna happen with the GPT-6 is that with GPT-6, developers will get 10 times more efficient, or maybe even 20 times more efficient, or maybe 30 times more efficient. You don't know. So now suddenly they can do what architects can do, right? Because they have more time, basically. They can focus their attention on not writing the code itself. They can focus their attention on architecting things, being like actually software engineers, right? Because we are like, as developers, I bet that a lot of people in the software engineering, they like the engineering part, they like creating software, but they don't enjoy the coding process itself that much. Because honestly, it's quite a hard process. Like creating software takes a lot of time, and it's quite a hard process, right? So if developers getting 10 times more efficient, they can take 10 times more work. And the question is there 10 times more work for devs? I don't know. Where is your site link? What do you mean site link? This one? Learn Apex? It's quite easy. Learnapex.com. That's the site. So now devs can take up more work. What work they gonna take up? Out of all of these people, they gonna take up admin work. They're gonna take up all of these guys because, and also architects, because they can do any of these jobs. Not every architect can be a developer, but architects are in a better position, right? I think architects are going to be the last one to go. But those people like admins, consultants, BAs, and PMs, when developers gonna get 10 times more efficient, they're gonna be gone. Like if I as a developer with the same experience competing for the position to work on Salesforce with someone who is not technical, in 99% of the cases, the non-technical person will lose and the technical person is going to be taken because devs, they can do everything on the platform. That's the thing. So basically my message to people who are now in the non-technical jobs, just get out as quick as possible because AI is coming. And what's going to happen also on top of that, people from outside going to get more efficient. Like users, just simple users will be able to perform what admins do, right? So this is what I think is gonna happen. So people who are working there just get out, learn coding. It doesn't take ages. It takes 8 months, 10 months, maybe 15 months, maybe 20 months, but it doesn't take 10 years. You need to get out of this non-technical, something that restricts you so much. You need to get out of this. And you can buy yourself a freedom. You can work as a developer from anywhere. You can decide your own schedule. You can forget about job search because you have so many job opportunities. Not for beginners though. Not for beginners. For beginners, the market is quite hard in programming. But as soon as you get a couple of years of experience, you are set. You are set. And this is my opinion. Let's see what people write here. So Jody, while you add other languages to the site, I will be happy to help you to add Turkish. No, I won't be adding new languages. I won't be. Because everyone, I mean, I don't focus. If you can't speak English or you can't read English, you should not learn programming. You should learn English. That's my opinion. Hence the admin lopper. I think you're spot on. Yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of an admin lopper. And the thing is, people speak about, what I don't like about the admin lopper is that people speak about the admin lopper as if it's not a real developer, right? The jump between being complete admin, not being able to code, and being admin lopper is bigger than from being admin lopper to being a proper software engineer. Like, if you learn how to code, learning all the other stuff that you need after is basically just a matter of a little bit of practice. and having a good mentor. Like this is literally it. I went through it. I knew how to code, and then I started my first job, and within I would say like 15 months, I was already super confident in what I'm doing. So, and that's not because I'm smart or something. No, no, I'm not. It's because I just had a really good mentor. So the jump from admin loper to software engineer is not that big. So, I because people portray this admin loper as like something finite where you should stay, and I don't see a point staying as an admin loper. Like if you already did the hardest step into being a developer, just go and become a proper software engineer. Like just do it. that's my that's my um that's my thought on it. Okay, so Jody, what is Jody? I didn't read this part. Let's see. For the record, I was being a little funny with that response. Come on, AI in the Kobe head. I think it's too soon to tell. I like to think all roles will be doing less routine busy work and more of uniquely human skills. Strategy, communication, think BA, product type roles will be more important than ever to ensure that this becomes easier to deliver solutions, the right one in the right order, the right time, and the right change management. Even though we'll likely get to the place where AI can read our metadata and our data, assuming all are in good shape to make some recommendations, it can never know all the inputs that determine what to build and how to build. Those come from plans, concerns, business objectives that requires questions and conversation to uncover. Yeah, I actually agree. I agree. Just the problem is that there is there is something about people who never wrote code trying to build software. They have a little bit different perspective in comparison to developers. This is my opinion. Because you always have a different, doesn't mean they're worse. They can be better, but I always enjoyed building software with people who can write code, who could go with me and actually write the code. Doesn't mean they have to, but there is something that goes into understanding how to write code. Okay, what Doug is writing, this is my very amateur thinking as well. I think we will see a bit of distillation of the no-code admin role in favor of the admin loper and BA product owner roles. Present admins will either gain more tech knowledge or move towards being more strategy and process focused. I'm probably completely wrong, but it's fun to guess. Yeah, I mean, we don't really know. This is just guessing, just interesting guessing game, right? It's imagine people in 1920 would be guessing what 2012 would be look like, right? Mr. Litvim, I'm not sure how to read it. Welcome. So this is guessing, but the point of this guessing is that whenever we go through the career, we need to take those guesses, right? You can clearly see where the market is going, and the market doesn't get better for admins. That's the thing. If you're an admin, you definitely can feel it. Like you can feel it. So that's my rant to it. Someone else wrote. I couldn't agree more. The speed of engineering getting 5-10 times more efficient is already happening. Skilled engineers are delivering better solutions, more maintainable solutions using code, custom method, and continues to deliver the same efficiency is not achievable without flaws. Yes. Oh, Daupt. Welcome, Daupt. Welcome. We're discussing, we have in the Salesforce, we have those people who are not coding, and someone said that their era is over. I said that the developer era is starting, so I agreed. And we got like 9-8 replies from other people, so quite interesting what people write there. Where's that? So a few lines of quality code from a skilled engineer in the right framework and using proper continuous delivery is already more cost efficient to automatically test and maintain instead of having spaghetti flow created and manual testing each release. Yes, yes, totally, totally. Hey, what business are you building? Oh, my favorite topic. So I am building kind of like a little bit of spaghetti of business. I have this cool community, right, for Salesforce developers, and the idea to take this community, being really intentional around what people join there, basically trying to build a culture of Salesforce development and trying to build a culture of upskilling people from complete zero, beginner, no coding, to being a Salesforce developer, or maybe even some people go there that know how to code. They also can become developer. Like for example, Philip. I spoke with Philip. Philip is good at coding. Like I'm sure he will just crash it. So the idea is basically to build a blueprint here in the classroom on how to go from anywhere where you are now to becoming a Salesforce developer. This thing, how you do it, through these courses. For those who join the community, they're gonna be free, and through this community. How can I join it? I have been at dev for a couple of years, but joining community sounds amazing. Well, you can only join if you're in the Salesforce ecosystem. Are you? Because if not, it doesn't make sense for you. You can join other communities on school, but it's only about Salesforce. Like it doesn't make sense to join if you're not. And even I think it even gonna hurt community if no you're not. Okay, then that's not good for you. Like you should not do that. It wouldn't be great for community if someone from not Salesforce ecosystem joins. That's what I think, because I've made this mistake before. I basically collected a lot of people that have nothing to talk about with each other, and that completely destroyed the community. So I'm not gonna allow anyone from non-Salesforce background, and I won't allow anyone who doesn't share the same goal basically of becoming good at Salesforce development and basically break free with the Salesforce development. That's my reasoning behind it. Yeah, and I also have courses. And I also have this platform where you can code directly on the platform, and that's what I've been doing. That's the plan. And already 50% of the leaderboard from this website, from my how to call it, platform, joined the community, which is huge. It's really cool. Really cool to see. I'm gonna invite more people. I'm just gonna basically write them one by one and invite them. Yeah, I have seen that happen a lot with other communities as well. Yeah, totally. Like I wrote on LinkedIn once. One of my least performing posts, but I knew that it's gonna happen. What's current MRR, Igor? I think, let me check. Can you see that? 158. The problem is, and this is something that I spoke in the beginning, that I will not be focusing on MRR, on like I'm not gonna optimize for basically more money, because I earn enough money to finance my full-time living. I'm not millionaire or something, but I earn it enough through one-to-one mentoring, right? The hardest part about community is building the culture in the community. Like this is something that I've been failing again, right? And this is what I'm gonna put my whole, basically my whole thought into it for the next 6 months, I guess. Because this is a really hard part, and this is a nice skill to have if I wanna ever build a company, right? For like, let's say 10 people. Right, because you need to build a culture not only in the community. You need basically this skill of having having people and understanding this group dynamic, it's missing from me. I have no clue about those things, and I need to learn. I need to learn that. It's definitely a really nice skill to have in general in life, and maybe for my future entrepreneur journey, it's definitely gonna be quite something, quite a useful skill to have. Yeah, so this is my ideas. I actually joined. Remember how I was shitting on people on school? Never do that. Never shit on any business because you might end up doing the same stuff. Yeah. No, but I'm super excited about this community because this is something that people were asking me to do. Like people were going to me, like John, for example. John asked me before, like, hey, have you thought about maybe like putting us together somehow or something? And I'm like, yeah. And I've been all the best for your journey. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the subscription. God, it scared me. But thank you for the subscription. So people were asking me for the community, and I was delaying this thing for what, for 1 year at least. It's crazy. I should have started 1 year ago. I'm glad that I started at least now, so it's good. At least now it's good. Yeah, I wonder if I can see here people who voted. Nice. I can see people who voted. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, so this is about this about the community. And I'm still gonna, so I put already from this Learn Apex, I put already people into the community, and I wanna drive basically what I'm gonna be adding to the platform based on what people gonna say in the community. Because I found out, so what you know, this golden rule of developing any software: develop initial version, put it out in the world, try to sell it. If you get enough sales, which I did, the validation process is done. Now you have to ask your users what do they want and basically just implement what they want. To some extent, of course, right? I think there's a known saying, something like, I think it's Henry Ford said or something, that if I asked people what they want, they would say, I want a faster horses, right? And he built the car. So it's not one-to-one completely just do what people say, right? Just apply your thinking. But at the end, I need to ask people about the feedback. So I thought that I'm just going to implement this thing here, this star here, and it's gonna give people the ability to submit the feedback, and I'm gonna just be droning in the feedback. I was even thinking, oh, how can I make it more scalable, right? Turns out people are not that sharing it that much, and this one-to-one communication is really shitty because I cannot really go down to the like what's causing the problem. So I started speaking with people. I spoke almost with everyone. I offered everyone who bought here course. It's not 10 people, it's like 60 people or something, 60, 70 people. So they bought the course. I spoke to everyone, like every single person who booked the call, of course. And what I realized that they don't want, in most cases, more stuff. They want to have accountability. Like that was one of the most underlying things, basically. When I was asking people, what do you struggle with the most with the Salesforce development, they were saying something like, oh, I struggle the most just staying consistent. And I'm like, okay, but my platform doesn't solve this problem, right? So I have to solve this problem for them. I solved for them the problem where they don't have enough practice, but now I need to solve the accountability part. And that's my plan with this community. That's exactly why I have it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this school platform. It's way better than Discord. It's way better than Slack. Discord is better than Slack, but this school community is better than anything for community building. That's basically what I have. So I have a meeting in 20 minutes, right? In 27 minutes I have a meeting. So I'm gonna need to go. I'm gonna need to prepare a little bit, and that was quite a quick stream. But I decided to do the stream anyway. That's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. See you on the next stream. Doubt. Good luck.